Alrighty, welcome everyone to tonight's episode of Oodvin. As always, I'm your host, your DM, your GM, whatever you want to call me, Maxwell Williams. And I play a whole bunch of cool, interesting, quirky characters, including the monotone and, still slightly bloodthirsty General Margot.
Nice. Hi, everybody. My name is Sam Rinaldi, and I play Winnie Winslow, the Twilight Cleric who just lost her mama. Again. Such.
Hi, my name is Connor McGinley, and I play, for an increasingly small amount of time, Feloy, the Modron Wizard, but more importantly, not more importantly, but more predominantly, Lily, the Lunar Sorcerer, who's back. That's about it.
Hello everyone, I'm Dane Brancato, and I play Zephyr Windstrider, the College of Swords Air Genasi Bard of the group. I don't have a fun fact about Zephyr this week, so... except for, we'll just throw one in. He was apparently built for volleyball.
Just
Whatever.
Wacky, huh?
Hello. My name is Aaron Borden. I am playing the character Februm Cask, the Simic hybrid blood fighter. And I don't have a fact. I'm bad at these. I don't know.
Yeah, great. That's a tough act to follow. Hi, my name is Julia Risto, and I play the swashbuckling warlock half-orc Octavia Lagazur. And yeah, she's good. There we go. That's it.
Nice.
Cool. Is that everyone?
Yeah.
Great!
Yep.
Fantastic!
We're missing Grandpa.
I know, Grandpa's gone. Once again. Very busy working and making real world money.
Very important, but we
Very
missed
important.
him.
Anyway, let's get into quick recap before we get into tonight's episode. So our party, band of adventurers from the grand city of Aophik, have been scattered to the winds in their quest to save the world by collecting several shards, planar shards to be specific, in order to change the world as we know it, potentially reconstitute a god. We're still getting there. Our party has collected 4 of the shards already. The Primordial, Fey, Material, and Construct. There we go. And after their defeating of Rutha, the leader of the cultist group, the Eclipse, and the collection of the Construct Shard, they headed back to the Twilight Grove, the research sanctuary of the goddess Crookden, to have a little bit of a celebration. There were many little romantic moments throughout the day. Food, drinks were had, as well as a very intense game of volleyball in which several 9th level spells, I believe, were used. At least one 9th level spell was used. But the fun and games can only last for so long. As the day began to grow to the end and to a close, Lunaris made her presence known as she called Crookden back to the celestial plane in order to prepare for the coming conflict. So, shit.
Nice.
Nice.
Yay!
So, with that, we pick up. This music is probably a little too happy for what we're talking about right now.
Oh yeah, we have music.
It's gonna be too sad, too slow. This is still like kind of happy.
Yeah,
Does
but
it
it's
have
like
to be sad?
no, it's like a little melancholy.
Yeah.
I mean, Winnie's sad, but that's okay.
Everyone else is vibing.
Well, we'll go with this. This is just like a low key vibe.
I don't know that Lily's not sad. I know Philly
Philly.
is sad. I love Philly though.
Chip.
That's a good character.
Good.
Both of my characters are sad, was the point. So
Sad.
So yeah. What are y'all doing? The illusion drops. The light of the full moon disappears as the gloom filters back in. Feloy, you have the built-up power of the goddess Crookton that has been stored in a talisman in your hand, and you can feel the instant that Crookton left, the talisman began almost like pulsing a signal to the rest of the grove, and kind of it's beginning to make links and attachments to all the areas of the grove that draw power and need like constant magical support in order to maintain their aspect on this plane.
So we're picking up like the moment where this happened.
Yep.
Okay.
It has happened. Everything has gone away. There's this moment of kind of shock and silence at what had just transpired in front of you. The party supplies is all gone.
Eloy looks to Zephyr and then looks to Winnie and doesn't say anything. He makes eye contact with Zephyr and goes like like you oughta
Hey, Philo's a real one.
Feelings are real one.
Zephyr's gonna, I guess, put his hand on like Winnie's shoulder. Hey, Win, you okay? That was a lot.
Yeah. I could be better.
Well, it looked like, on the bright side, I mean, it looked like they were at least on somewhat good terms, so it's not like she's going to get executed, right? So we just got to get there and save her.
Eloy is standing behind Winnie, I like to imagine, and he's like shaking his head violently at that phrase you just said.
Yeah. Yeah, and when he's like, her judge a little bit, she's like,
Gift the gab. I still have the spell slots.
You go to cast it.
Wait, did it work?
No, you don't have the spell slots, you said.
No, I said I do have the spell slots.
Oh, then do it.
I'll just upcast it. Yeah, gift the gab.
Yeah, you can cast it at any level.
Yeah.
it's so funny.
I like to think that Feloy remembers, but
Yeah,
winning
Feloy
is just
yeah.
like,
Eloy knows.
I think because he has like this talisman now.
Yeah.
which like to be perfectly honest, Feloy, you've like even in like you like are still like physically damaged from the battle. You have like circuitry that has been short circuited and everything. It's all starting to like weave itself back together, and it's kind of this almost unsettling warmth where there are like aspects of your body that have more life than they should.
Okay.
It like kind of takes you a second to get used to it, but like this talisman is not just, you're not just holding it, it has a tether to your being.
Okay. Cool. Zephyr, continue.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it probably
forgot.
like yeah, when he's like, it could be better. I could be better.
Well, I mean, we're probably heading there anyway. So, if she is in trouble, we'll just save her. And if she's not in trouble, then we have an incredibly strong person there to back us up. It's gonna be all right.
Yeah. I just didn't think it'd be that quick. That's all.
Yeah, that's definitely. I mean, I can tell how you feel. Like I know the feeling, but it's. I mean, it's gonna be all right. Like, I know that's really all I can say to give you some comfort right now, but I'm pretty sure, if not certain, it's gonna be okay, and Crookton will be just fine.
Thanks, Zephyr.
And then he's gonna look at Philo and be like, "Help me! I don't know how to continue this like that's just his eyes. Help me! I need to continue this conversation. I
He,
can't do it by myself."
You kind of look to Feloy and he says, I think we had best make preparations and continue with our task. Our time is running ever shorter.
Right. We need to stop that. Yeah. Well, I guess, Zephyr, we need to save your sister, and then we need to get the other shards.
Yeah. And we still don't really know if Blazidin's chill or not. And he kind of looks over. Is Margot still there, right?
She's just
He's
like
gonna,
chill.
look at
She's
her.
still in like she's just like in the chair, like
Good for her.
Hey, Margot, is Blazidin gonna be chill? Seems like he's not wanting to stop us.
when you say like chill, are you like talking about him attacking you?
Yeah, is he gonna try and kill us? Is that something that we need to worry about?
Not directly.
So, like, emotionally, or?
Well, I mean, he
Well-
wants to destroy the world too, doesn't he? Just probably in a much more violent way.
I mean, it's more about his like presence that like
Okay.
can be harmful.
oh, so like the burning and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
He
experienced
doesn't
a lot of that.
really have control over it. And if you're not like sworn to him, it can get pretty painful pretty quickly.
Fair enough.
Noted. But he doesn't, like... He's not gonna let Lunaris try and murder us, right?
No, he shouldn't.
Okay. That's reassuring.
He did tell me that I'm not allowed to hurt any of you, so...
I say we got his niece and his son in the party, so I'd be a little nervous if he did want to hurt us.
Having Axel here does help.
Axel's never allowed to leave us.
Just Axel.
Yeah, wait a minute.
Zephyr's just gonna, like, pat
hold
Winnie
on.
on the back.
Lily will speak up, I think. So, well, since the vibes are already shit anyway, we might as well, like, talk, right?
About
Wait, what?
What?
To Blazidin?
No, like, my dad can finally tell us about, like, what they did.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
And
Yeah.
who the other
Right,
we have to
did,
look out
in
for
fact,
are, because,
promise.
Yeah.
frankly, this is stuff we should have known already.
Yeah. It's
yeah.
true.
Hindsight, we probably should have learned this. Like you said, before we went into the waste.
Well, in his defense, there really wasn't much time.
I mean, we were there for like 3 days, weren't we? Surely there was a moment.
I mean, yeah,
Where?
the moments that we did have downtime were the moments that Lily wasn't here, so he probably didn't want to be around us anyway.
What do you mean 3 days?
Yeah, what?
We knew, like,
I
way
distinctly
before we went into
remember
the
someone
waste.
saying that we were on the flotilla for 3 days.
I was gonna say, when we were with the lake folk, we had some time.
We had a
Yeah,
couple
There,
of
but-
days.
there were 2 days, but Urdusk, I don't think
But
was
Urdusk wasn't
present.
there.
Yeah.
He
He was
was
No,
there.
Urdusk
but he
was
was-
not there.
He was there
He
part of it.
was. Yeah.
Yeah,
like the
'cause I
end.
remember.
That is when he
Mm,
met Lily,
yeah.
and Lily was pissed off about it.
Yes, he did get there
Yeah.
at the very end, but Lily was not in a talking mood for a good reason.
Right. And she's like, I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to see you. So that's probably why he didn't.
It's been a year
she's-
since
She's
then.
holding him in the double bind of, you should have told us before we went.
Mhm, mhm, mhm.
Go get your dad to confess his sins. I mean, tell us what.
Urdusk is just like standing there. Urdusk has got his crutch of staffs. His like
forgot
walker
about
of
that.
staffs.
Oh, man.
Is it my turn?
Yes.
Yeah.
hey, I don't have a
Sorry,
full
I'm sorry,
grasp
I'm
on
sorry.
Urdusk.
I was like
Voice.
teetering on.
I'm trying.
I was
Coming some
trying
slack.
to find a way to say it in character, but yeah.
He's supposed to be peppy, and I keep going in different directions with it. Okay.
It's
Love
okay.
it.
It was just funny.
We love it, Max.
It's like, think of it as like your voice cracking, the way it feels in your throat. Like,
Yeah.
oh no, you know?
Oh no!
Oh, no.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Time for me to talk.
Yes.
Yeah.
Talk a lot.
Well, would you like to start with questions, or should I just start telling the whole story?
Okay, sure. Why don't you tell us the whole story?
Fantastic. So it all
Is that a good
started when
question?
it all started one day when I was birthed into the celestial plane.
No. Skip
Can we
skip
go, like, a
forward a
little
little
Are you
bit.
kidding? You really think I want to know that story? No.
Oh,
I was 5
well,
pounds 8 ounces.
if we're skipping ahead a little bit,
I'm
it
not
began.
skipping anything. That's just not the story I wanted to know about.
I'm trying. Jesus. Okay.
Jesus,
Sorry,
who
I'm
was
just-
that? I don't know.
Damn.
I'm used to snapping at you. It's weird.
It's a little comforting, not gonna lie. Glad to have you back. Anyway,
I need a therapist in the party.
so
You called?
Not
it
it.
was a couple thousand years ago.
Long time.
The humanoids at the time were on a conquest of sorts. You know, destroying the other planes, eliminating gods and individuals they believed were negatively affecting their everyday lives. Mainly the fiendish plane and all of the archfiends. They had successfully, several different groups, of course, have successfully defeated 6 of 7 of the archfiends, decimating their courts, their persons, scattering their essence to the wind. And Lunaris put together a strike team of sorts. A group of individuals that were specifically selected to eliminate the last fiendish god. A woman by the fucking name of something.
I'm trying to remember.
See, I would joke that Urdusk doesn't remember, but Urdusk remembers too well.
Remembers too well. A woman by the name of Amaria. She was the archfiend of lust, and unbeknownst to anyone in the party, also the lover of the sun god Blasden. We walked into her court and through various means and conflict defeated her, put an end to the fiendish gods. No sooner did she fall did Blasden make his presence known. He was enraged and rightfully betrayed. Made it known that day that make his vengeance known, and thus the devouring was born, with one of our compatriots being the first victim of the devouring. An individual by the name of Jesus Christ, Faulkner.
What?
We ever learned his name? Yeah, I was saying.
Yeah.
Isn't that the phone guy?
Octavia's like the Bone Man.
Is he still doing the bone thing? I've had some difficulty tracking him down recently.
Yes, he stole
Yeah,
my car
for
for a
something we died.
joyride. I said yes. I figure it wasn't that big of a deal.
He was always one of the more unique individuals that were a part of the group.
Yeah, well,
Could you-
it seems to have not made him any crazier than he already was. I'm just impressed that he's still around, more or less.
Mhm.
Could you go ahead and elaborate on the group? Because that's really what we're after. Like, don't leave anything out. I want to know their names and their abilities and their appearance.
Their social security number?
And that was just about
3 numbers on the back of our credit card.
Address,
And
warranty.
we don't go Enoshima.
Well, okay, so there was Faulkner. He skeletal individual, obsessed with bones. My pages will load. Main powers included many warlock abilities. Quick blasts of magic, consistent damage overall. But he nowadays seems to be fairly docile from reports and information that I've been able to collect, but does seem to magically teleport from time to time. Him
Concerning
and his whole army that he's created.
I'm sorry,
So
army.
what happens if you promise him your bones? And Zephyr kind of looks at Octavia.
Well, assuming that the devouring hasn't degraded his mind too much, it probably means that you've signed essentially a soul-binding contract. Then upon your death, your bones will be null and voided to Faulkner.
I won't need him when I'm gone.
Well, the problem is if you're not like totally gone, it makes things a little harder to get you back.
Mm,
Mhm.
that would be.
I would be careful about slipping
Dying.
into unconsciousness and dying.
Octavia just kind of stands there like,
Stab yourself, Tavi?
yes. She like looks between him and Alexander like, yes, I did.
I would be very mindful not to go to 1 hit point voluntarily.
There is the slight potential that he knows exactly where you are at all times, and should you should you die, the moment of your death, you may disappear
Debone.
potentially.
Alright.
Boneless, if you will.
In my defense, I had no idea what he was on about.
I think he operates pretty well with that. As far as our other members, there was myself. I am quite the wizard. Member of the Star Guard.
A lot of staffs.
Lots of staffs, of course. They are
Can't use them all at
a
once.
marker of myself. Can't use them
I am
all at
in
once,
fact-
but
I
I
am
hold
in
on to
fact
them.
attuned to none of them.
I'm just using them for their their support currently. Another known member, we have Margot ourselves over here. She has taken a little bit more of a ghostly appearance, but she always was kind of on that level. She's a very powerful bard with abilities to control, manipulate, and destroy. She also served as the first general of Blasadin during his initial conquest of the material plane, and the constructed plane, and the elemental plane, and the Fey plane.
So like all the planes.
Well, never broke into the celestial, but she did try. I did. It wasn't very easy.
You know what? Props for trying.
Thank you.
Mad respect. Giving bards a good name.
There was, I believe you've already ran into Gorn as well.
Ugh.
I'm sorry, who?
Mm-hmm.
The Hunter of Heroes, I think is what he's calling himself now.
Is that
I
Guy.
believe that's what he
fucking
said.
bugbear that tried to kill us?
Why'd you put
Yes.
so much stank
Yes.
on that?
Yes.
Well,
God,
probably
Zephyr.
because
Whoa,
Jeez.
first off.
turned invisible and shot us like a ton of time.
Yeah.
I walked away from that untouched, but
And
I
then
didn't,
he
I
blew
didn't
up.
get hit by anything.
Yeah, and then he blew up.
Well, you see,
Mhm.
so Gordon
did
seems
blow
to be
up.
under the impression that because, so we all thought when we were going to kill Amaria that we were doing good things and like we were heroes in that instance. We've now later figured out that we were definitely in the wrong. But Gorm seems to be under the impression that any heroes are only going to make the situation worse, and has made it his undying goal to eradicate any attempts to change the status quo from what it has become.
You say undying. Does that mean like he can't die or until he dies?
I mean, he can die many times, over and over and over and over and over again. He always seems to come back in a new body.
Oh my god, like purple pocket.
It's a process of cloning, with some age manipulation in there.
Oh man, so we're gonna run into him again?
Possibly. He does seem to use self-destructive methods in order to get work done when he has to. And every time he is brought back, it seems to corrupt his ideals in his mind further. I believe the devouring has an aspect of play in this.
So we just have to kill him again, but we have to catch his soul so it can't go into a new body.
Exactly.
Okay.
uh-huh.
And
Done it
then
once, we can do it again.
then there was this one fellow named Akira who I haven't had much data on recently, but it seems that they've come out of some sort of stasis, potentially activated by Gorn.
So he's gonna kill us too?
Yes, it does seem like he has
what?
a vengeance out for the party as well.
What did we do?
Well, okay, so what part of this group did you think were like okay people? Like
Okay,
you're the one that
they
went
were
into this
decent-
group and said, "We're doing a good thing." Everyone's
Okay,
so
all of these people were fighting for justice and freedom and for the eradication of
want
evil.
murder, apparently.
Well, okay, everyone was fighting against what they thought was an impending evil force that was being distributed across the material plane. Propaganda is a wild thing.
So
Let
you're
me
saying
tell
this
you.
is all Lunaris' fault because the fiendish deity's gone.
No, it's propaganda's fault, apparently.
I don't believe Lunaris was the initiator. I believe the humanoids at the time. Not believe. I know. I was there. Haha. The humanoids at the time were those who had initiated it. And Lunaris showed unwavering support for the project.
Well, that makes sense. It'd give her a lot of power.
Yes.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
It did give her a lot of power.
Where did the other two stand on it?
Crookston has always kind of been out there. I'm sure she was briefly consulted between her experiments, and she said something along the lines of, if you want to do it, go do it.
Pheloid nods, like, yeah, that tracks.
It wasn't until after the fact that Crookton realized that she probably should have shown a more strong stance. And Duskradil has always been fairly passive to Lunaris. She is the youngest of the three goddesses, as well as has a fairly shy personality up until recently.
When she tried to kill us too.
All right. How many
That.
people did you say were in your party
So
again?
surely there's
Just feel
not
like-
like one more that actually killed her, right?
Okay, well,
Some
there.
weird bird man.
I was
I
saving
feel
the
like we're
best for
getting
last.
sidetracked. Yeah.
Reiki was the individual who did quite a bit of damage and ended up dealing the last blow to Amaria. And he was stripped of all of his genetic modifications and cursed for all of eternity. Him and the rest of his bloodline.
Oh,
Which I believe you have a potential member, distant relative of them in the party.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't remember if our characters know this, but Lily doesn't
I don't-
remember regardless.
Yeah.
We don't know.
Okay.
Zephyr thinks he's talking about him.
We're gonna gasp, but
Me?
later because he's not here.
Yeah. Flashback.
I feel like that would have been also tremendously helpful to know.
yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't put those pieces together till recently, to be perfectly frank. The curse is like godly implied, and other than the cursed individual and the gods that did it, it can be difficult to figure those things out.
Wait, so that box that he got given just recently by Margot,
Yes.
which I did see that, by the way.
It all comes full circle.
Oh no.
Blazidin told her to give it to him. So is that like Blazidin forgiving Al?
I think I'll step in for this one. I'm not totally sure, but it's supposed to maybe be an apology, but also amends.
Oh.
I think he has to kind of figure that out, but Blazidin seemed kind of down. when he gave me the box. But he really seems down pretty regularly now.
I mean, that makes sense.
He's been that way for
That's
a
just like
couple
me for
couple
real.
hundred years recently.
Recently. Just, a couple hundred years. Pretty recent.
And just to be clear, this Reiki is not still alive, is he?
Oh no, Reiki is very dead.
Okay. So he's like in hell or whatever.
Well, hell doesn't really exist anymore, so
Yeah, that's why I said whatever.
more or less the cosmic energy that is the world, his soul's kind of returned to there. I feel like you have a little
like
bit
the
of
white
familiarity.
void, yeah. Right? No?
Oh, yeah, I guess
Just me?
that's... Yeah. Wait, he was there?
Not where you were specifically. You have a lineage, so you had a place. They're most
He was in that purgatory space. Or he... Yeah.
Been there.
kind of, yes, in his
Been
own
there.
purgatory space.
Been. Wait, Lily, were you not in the white void?
I don't...
I don't think
Zephyr,
we've
I don't
talked-
want to start trying to use words to describe that which literally erases your mind. Because I don't think you would do well.
I don't think you and I were in the same place. Oh, that
No,
adds so many
what?
questions.
Don't you try and minimize my experience?
No, I'm just saying that, like, for lack of better term, I think one of us went to a good place and one of us went to the bad place. And now I need to know which.
Zephyr, I don't think the place I was in was a good or bad place. It's just a place that people go when their soul doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah, she didn't exactly,
Mhm.
die. Her soul was just kind of like...
You have to have a soul to go to a good place or a bad place.
Oh, okay.
And I didn't have anything.
Most souls that have died recently are either eaten by the devouring, and don't even get to go to the fun no soul place, or kind of just exist in an ever-longing state of purgatory. Some of them have been reincarnated.
Oh.
Oh, interesting.
But when the celestial plane is completely off limits and hell doesn't exist anymore, there's not a whole lot of places for people to go.
Yeah, that that checks. When you guys all put it like that, it makes a lot more sense.
Okay, so what does Akira do now that we've realized we have to fight him? Is he just a sword guy?
He is a sword guy, a very, very good
Okay.
sword guy.
Okay.
Maybe we could talk to him. Maybe like if he's on the same.
No. Zephyr, I'm not talking to this guy. I'm done. I don't want to talk to these people. They're all assholes in their own special way.
That's valid.
Yeah, it checks.
Margot's like, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm
But
an
like, if we
asshole."
could just
I am an
not
asshole.
have to fight him, that probably.
Okay, Zephyr, if you want to go and talk to him, I'll let you. You can go up there and talk to him. And then I will stand 200 feet away and decide if I want to help or not.
Lily, I'll
That's
stand
how
with you.
have my back.
I will have your back from 200 feet away. If you try and talk to him.
I'm just trying to think of ways to make our lives a little bit easier.
I know. I appreciate it.
But that's everyone.
Noted.
Only half the group hates us.
I think a 50-50 shot's pretty good.
Well, I mean, it's kind of like
Well, I think it's less than 50. Like,
Yeah,
to be
it's
perfectly honest, Falconer is a neutral
30%.
individual at best.
I don't know that Margot likes us. I think she just has to accept that we're here.
Would you like us?
I don't like or hate you all. When you've existed for thousands of years and tortured and murdered thousands and thousands of souls, the world kind of becomes numb and gray.
That's sad.
I think
You
that
wanna
is
talk?
pretty at odds with our beliefs. So I'm gonna go ahead and say that even though she doesn't feel it, she does hate us.
No, I don't think that's accurate. I
Okay.
think I'm indifferent.
I
No.
okay.
Ernest, do you like us?
Oh,
Or are you kind of
Quite a
like
lot.
obligated to like us?
Erdus is the last one. Erdus hates us. I knew it.
no, I quite enjoy each and every one of you. It remind me of a younger version of myself and compatriots, and that might not be the best metaphor to make right now, but
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Not after all that.
Which one of us is gonna torture thousands?
Not it.
I have money on the mad scientist. He seems like he'd
Well,
go crazy.
you know,
really
I could see it.
nicely.
I feel like
He
I've
could
had
also
plenty
be
of
the
chances to
bone
go
guy,
crazy. I feel like I've survived this long.
Margot Margot fully opens her eyes for the first time and stares directly at you. Be like, you'd be surprised at what hundreds of years will do to you.
Okay.
Okay.
Ag yourself.
Immortal.
yourself. I think Tavi is the hero killer.
Yeah, I could see it.
What? I'm not gonna go around on some murderous rampage, just hunting down people who may or may not have a fighting chance. I'd be damn good at it, but I'm not going to.
Frankly, the fact that he targeted us is kind of a compliment when you think
it?
about it.
Is it
No,
really?
Yeah,
No,
like
Zephyr.
he thinks we have a fighting chance. Like,
I don't think that's what it is. It's more like he thinks that we're gonna fuck it up. That's why he has to kill
Mhm.
us.
okay, well,
Yeah.
one of those makes me feel better, and the other doesn't. So,
You don't get to choose what reality is.
Well,
Reality is what you make it.
thank you.
You're not helping.
I think we need to get ready to go. And it's very late. And I'm very tired.
Yeah. Yeah, me too.
So why don't we
Yeah.
rest and figure out where we're going?
Is Hagatha still here, Feloy? We could probably stock up a little bit before we go.
Oh, yes, there are a few other places for her to be, so she remains here.
Nice. Let's hope she doesn't have another sister for us to kill. I don't really want to go through that again.
Did she? I thought she said she dealt with that one
She
already.
dealt with the other one, yes.
Yeah.
Well, I
third
meant
one.
like a fourth one.
Oh, fourth.
Mm.
Yeah, like
No, usually a coven is 3.
okay, cool.
Well, I'm gonna go help Al try and work on the car before we all go to bed.
I can make a run to Hagatha if anyone has a list of things that they want.
If I give you
Yes,
my
give
money,
Zephyr all your gold.
I
I was gonna say, if I
give
give you my money, you are going to buy stupid shit. I will see Hagatha myself in the morning.
I'm gonna. It's not like I'm gonna gamble it. There's no place to gamble.
I will accompany Zephyr.
Not my money. I have morals.
Feloy,
Octavia.
you're going. All right. She
I'm like you. I'm not a petty thief.
fishes. Excuse me? What did you just call me?
he looks as like he grabs a cup, whether or not it's full of a liquid. He just
No. I believe I heard the big PT coming from your mouth. Say it again, but louder.
all I'm saying is, of the two of us, one of us spent their childhood stealing with their boyfriend.
That's not. He wasn't.
For the record, we weren't dating quite yet.
Yet. You're right.
I am and have always been so much more than a petty thief. Feloy, I only trust you with my money. And she's gonna hand him a list of things that she wants to buy and like a heavy sack of gold.
Yes, of course.
Most appreciated. She's gonna like walk by Zephyr and just go to the car.
Zephyr go like, how do I? And then after like panicking, figuring out what to do, we just.
What a child.
Damn it.
Yeah, she saunters away, mildly offended.
Mildly.
All right.
Beyond
Oh,
friends, so
right.
Yeah, what about you two? That happened.
Who are you talking to?
Who to?
yeah, who are you talking to?
No, the two that haven't decided, Lily or Winnie and Februm.
Oh.
I'll probably stop by Hagatha's with Lily. I don't have much to spend, but I'm sure she'd want to see
I'm going too.
I'll be going late with Lily.
It's a date, Zephyr. Don't intrude on their date.
Lily just smiles.
I guess
I'm sure
just give you
Hagatha
my
would
list then.
like
Feb.
to see what we have done as a group together, and he gestures to the eye stalk.
Nice save.
Feb, do you just want to take like my list then? I'll find
I
something
suppose
else
I
to
can.
do. Okay, thank you.
You can still, well,
What about I mean, why make multiple trips?
Feloy looks back at the group and he's like, "Oh, I suppose the moment has passed," and he lets go of the seaming.
Everyone is like out of their swimsuits.
Yeah, and you put regular clothes back on.
oh, thank you. I started to get cold.
What about you, Winnie? What's your game plan?
To be honest, I was thinking of sleeping. I'm
Fair.
exhausted and very emotionally drained, and I would like to recoup before I gotta, we have to do all this and then fight my aunt and then possibly fight my uncle and save my mom. This is a lot.
Yeah.
It's probably more so for Axel, but I think he's already going to be knocked by the time I try to talk to him, so.
He's probably already out of it. Axel, you
Axel's-
conscious over there,
he's like-
buddy?
Yeah.
Hi, Axel.
Okay.
Hi.
You tired?
I mean, not too much, to be perfectly
Oh.
honest.
Oh.
I only used wish once. Like I'm not that sleepy.
You want to do some family bonding?
Yeah. Where's your brother?
Yay!
Is he around here somewhere?
Oh my God, Darren! He's like, shit! He starts like looking around for him. She's like, I completely forgot.
Also,
But,
just as
yeah.
a note, Perseus is on Axel's shoulders, but I think when he's like family bonding, Perseus kind of looks is like, I'm out of
I'm
here.
Yeah.
He's gone.
Family bonding.
Hey.
See ya.
Hey, Brad.
Yeah. What's up?
Yeah.
He's kind of like he's like kicking the dirt a little bit.
Oh,
you,
Brad.
you doing anything? Cause like, I could have
No.
someone.
I
if you wanna,
don't.
Like... Oh, go on.
No, you go.
Okay. Okay. Cool. Are you sure? Because I mean, like, I insist, Brad.
No. Like you started talking first. It'd be rude of me to like interrupt you. So you should probably
No.
finish like your sentence first.
Oh no.
I promise. It's all good, bro. It's all good.
All right, we're good. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I really appreciate the fact that you're giving me the space to speak first.
If you're not doing anything, I feel like there's more that this can do. And he holds up his iPod. Your thing kind of looks similar. Do you mind helping me see if there's anything I'm missing?
Oh yeah. I mean, like that's like a really old model. So like we'll see.
Maybe
They
we can, like,
lasted.
tweak it.
I mean, like they lasted forever, but like they're like bricks.
Well,
Yeah,
just,
but like
just by looking at it, I feel like it would just like newer models would just be the same thing, but like slightly longer.
well, they're like
That's
a
just the
little
vibe I
bigger.
get, but
They're like bigger
It's like
and
the
like to be
same.
perfectly honest, they're kind of meant to break so that you have to buy
Yeah.
new ones.
it's a miracle this thing's holding up then, right?
Well, that's before they implemented all of the like software like
Oh,
bullshit that like
okay,
slowed it down
yeah.
purpurely.
Lily
It like
looks,
it does what it
Lily
does,
looks
and
like-
nothing else.
Lily looks at
Oh,
Winnie
well.
and she's like, "Can you please get him to stop?"
You know, they just don't make them like they used to.
Hey,
they really don't.
Brad. She's like, oh shit. I mean, I'll try. She's like, hey, you guys.
Yeah, what?
Yeah.
All right, we're just talking tech over here.
Yes.
You blame us,
Very much so. You
bros
geniuses,
being
you,
bros.
would you be okay if you took this genius conversation elsewhere? I kind of have a headache.
Thought you were
Oh,
doing
yeah.
family bonding.
Totes sorry.
I
Like,
will be, but it's a lot quieter and a lot less sharp than.
oh yeah, totally.
Yeah, that's
Zephyr, I mean, like, you
course.
wanted to hit Hagatha's, so, like, maybe we, like, head over there, we, like, chat a little bit. I think she's got a pretty good, like, workshop over
We'll have
there,
some
too.
bard bonding. Yeah.
Yeah.
Some barding.
Some
bard. Some bro
Yeah.
barding.
Yeah.
When he looks to Lily, like,
barding. No.
not realizing that afterward he was like, yeah, we'll just go buy Hagatha's, which is exactly where Lily's gonna go.
You just kind of nod. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
People start breaking off. Lily, you said you're going tonight, or are you going tomorrow?
Oh.
It's up to Febby.
Well,
Feloy will go now. How about that?
Feloy
Well,
goes
Feloy's not
now.
gonna do anything. Feloy is just on task. He's gonna buy the shit and then he's gonna go.
Yep. Cat.
So we don't need to do that.
Mm-hmm. All right. So people are going to bed. I mean, you'll have to head over that direction anyway because the sleeping arrangements are literally right next to Hagatha's shop. So everyone's like, "Cool, plan established," and then everyone starts walking in the same direction.
Oh, that awkward
Like
shit. the
Oh,
goodbye,
wow.
we walk in the
Ew.
same direction type bullshit. Oh lord.
There's like probably a little circling while people don't necessarily know exactly where they are, and then Feloy is like, the sleeping arrangements and Hagatha's are all in this direction.
It's one of those like everyone's technically going off to do their own thing, but no one knows the way except for like one person, and that one person just goes in the right way, and everyone's like, "Oh, let's follow."
So y'all head over that way to get some stuff from Hagatha, to find your sleeping arrangements, and all of that. Before we get into too much of that, we're gonna take a quick break. I know we haven't taken one in a really
Oh,
fucking long
wow.
time.
Crazy.
I need to use the bathroom very badly. So we will be back in about 10-ish minutes. See you in a second, y'all. And we're back. So our party is breaking off, doing a little bit of shopping, a little bit of sleeping. players have the prices for their magic items and stuff like that. If people want to go over what they're buying, just to let our audience know what they're adding to their current inventories, we can do that. Who is going to Haggathas tonight, though?
I think
Probably can.
I think
Probably
Zephyr
will,
and
yeah.
Brad are
Mhm.
at some point.
Unless Lily
Added-
sees Zephyr and Brad going, and then she's like, just we'll do it in the morning.
Zephyr would have enough, like, awareness. Like, he could read the room enough to, like, go when you're not there.
Even if he didn't, when he was like, "Don't interrupt their date."
He's dumb.
I think
but
I think
he's
Brad
dumb
and
because
Zephyr
I'm
and
dumb.
Feloy all go first.
Feloy,
Um,
like, definitely, like, goes there to buy the stuff to get out of the way because he knows other people are going to be there.
Yeah.
And also, I realized, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, but now that he has this talisman for the Grove, like, coupled with his, like, already existing, like, illusion to reality magic, I think he can, like, really start constructing specific things.
Yeah, the talisman gives you the ability to now you know that it is limited to the Grove's space
Yes.
and to like the domain that it has been carved out, but your illusions that you create are like instantaneously permanent and malleable at any moment.
Yeah. So I think he buys the stuff and then he starts making the sleeping area nicer.
Mm-hmm.
He starts subtly taking notes about what people want and like customizing the rooms.
Aww.
He's going full on architect mode. He hasn't had like an opportunity like this since like the construct plane existed.
Like I think Feloy would almost like this is a sad moment of like losing like not your superior but like almost a part like a
peer.
research partner and a
Yeah.
peer and someone that you were very close with for like decades. But it is also like the nostalgia of almost being back in the construct plane.
Yeah.
Where everything in the construct plane was designed to be malleable. It was designed so that things could shift and move as necessary to create the most efficient, streamlined process. And there is an aspect of that is left over where you can create and manipulate all the magics around you. You realize that like even like the trees and the constructs, like the trees and the buildings and the ground underneath you all have elements of illusion magic in them that have been that have had life breathed into them. So it's almost this like you're seeing the Matrix in front of you.
Yeah. Yeah. So he's redesigning everyone's sleeping area.
Just so the audience know, Octavia had Feloy buy 17,000 gold worth of goods, which is 7 supreme potions of healing and 2 potions of invulnerability.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
So people know Zephyr is going to buy I had it pulled up and then I immediately closed the... Zephyr's going to be buying a lot of potions. One of flying, speed, superior healing, one of cold and lightning resistance, and one of storm giant strength.
Marvelous.
Februm, with his remaining money, has purchased a supreme potion of healing, a potion of fire resistance, and a horn of blasting.
Fantastic.
Lily is exchanging any extraneous items she had, coupled with the money she had, for a jester's mask.
Beautiful.
That's it. But it is a very powerful item that gives you +3 to your spell saves and attack rolls.
To be honest, I have no idea when he's gonna get or if she gets something, but I mean, I have the money for it, so I'm just gonna have to take a minute and look at stuff and then let you know, Max. Because I honestly have no clue what to do for her. But I have money, so we'll see.
Yeah, people go in, they buy their goods. Februm and Lily, go ahead and make me perception checks for me.
Oh,
I know.
Oh man,
Hmm.
feels good. It's a nat 20. Like, I can't
Oh,
believe it.
yeah!
That's so sick.
That's
I
a
have a dirty
36.
20.
A dirty 20. You said 36?
36.
Beautiful.
Good lord.
Februm, completely unaware. But Lily, you do catch just at the last moment as she's like packing up everyone's goods and like giving you all of the two of y'all's stuff, that Hagatha sneaks a little something into Februm's like pack.
Oh,
You just barely notice it.
Just see that there's like is it like shiny, or did I just see like her hand move an extra time basically?
Her hand moved like an extra time.
Okay. I don't say anything. She'll just like keep a mental note and check on it almost as soon as they leave, because it could be dangerous.
But yeah. That's the only really things that happen with Hagatha. She's lovely. She talks everyone's ear off as she's conjuring these magical items from gold and other magic shit. Her shop hasn't changed much. I think she maybe has like an aquarium tank now that's got some like magical like aquatic creatures, maybe like a mini kraken in there. There is, like several different things hanging from the ceiling, like herbs, spices. I think there's probably like Lily might take notice of this. There's like a doll or two that have been like marionettes that have been hung up.
Yeah.
Very just like quirky shit. They're like
She squints very intently at the dolls for but a moment.
there's one doll you swear makes an effort to turn its head and look at you, but you kind of blink and it hasn't moved.
Because of this thing.
While we're there,
Hagatha-
obviously. Oops, sorry.
Nah, I was just gonna say that like Hagatha probably notices you like, oh, don't worry, I've got him all under wraps.
She kind of nods subtly, like, good.
While we're there, Februm's obviously gonna like show her the eye stalk and like probably talk about like the very crude way of getting it on.
Oh, that's not how
the
I would have
process
done
and
it, but
everything.
congratulations.
Well, I mean, when you're in the wastelands, you gotta work with what you can.
Beggars can't be choosers.
I love it.
Cursed.
Indeed.
So when they head out, Lily's like, oh, hey, can you show me what you got? I wasn't really paying attention.
Yeah, I just got a couple potions and a horn. He's gonna look into the bag.
Hey, you like open up the bag, like there's the handful of potions, there's the horn. Februm, you don't notice anything else. Lily, there is like
that's it.
this little like piece of paper that has been like attached to one of the potions that like is like a translucent film.
Oh.
Like an extra label has been put on one of the potions.
So yeah, what kind of potions did you get? Can I see them? Just want to look at them, like a little closer.
He's very confused, and he's like, I suppose so.
Oh, not that one.
Oh.
The other one.
This one?
No, that one. Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know. I just like the vibe of that one.
Oh, okay. Which one is it on?
Potion of fire resistance, we'll say. Yeah, Lily,
Oh,
go ahead.
There's something on it here. You can have that.
You take it off?
I try to, yeah.
Yeah, it peels off, just like the film that you get on like new electronics or new surfaces. It just like comes off like that. You hand it back over.
What was
She
that?
looks at the potion like, oh yeah, that's interesting. Wow. So what's that? I know I just took it off. They don't usually have stuff on them, right?
I don't know. I guess if she doesn't, he'll probably ritual cast identify on it.
Yeah. Go ahead and you identify it. It is in fact magical. It is. I don't have an actual magic item for it. But it is essentially a bug. Where it would transmit your location, specifically to Hagatha, as well as transmit bits of audio from your conversation. She attempted to put a wire.
Okay.
She just wants to know where her best paying customers are at all times.
Mm-hmm.
He kind of looks up for a minute after identifying it and gives a big sign and was like, I swear to gods, 4 eyes and I still can't compete with you.
Yeah, well, you can see things different once your eyes don't see the physical world for a while.
Yes, that's true. Should we ask her about it?
I don't know. What does it do?
Well, it she essentially put a tracker on us.
Oh, that's weird.
A tap.
So she can listen to us?
Yes. Which is
Well, she can listen to you. She probably can't hear, but that's okay.
I suppose whoever's near the device. Which is
but
strange, I suppose. They
specifically
never.
Yeah.
She never seemed to be the type to. I don't know. She didn't seem like she ever had any ill will towards us.
Well, she can probably hear this conversation right now. So we can just ask.
That's fair. I guess you'll
quickly turn back in.
Yeah. just kind of open the door slowly, be like, "Hey,
She's just dusting her
suppose
shelf.
you heard that."
Oh, I'm sure I don't. Yes, I heard every single word. There's no use lying to you all.
Well,
saviors
I
of the
mean,
world and all this stuff. Who am I to compete?
I figured you also could have just, told us you were doing it in the first place.
What's the fun in that? I just wanted to, add a little thing in there, make sure I could keep track of you all.
So just to be clear, can she hear me?
Probably because do you have something
I'm
that
hidden from divination magic.
Yeah, so she only got half of the conversation.
Okay. Well, she knows that she can't hear me.
Yeah.
Right. Yes. I guess Can I do an insight check?
Yeah, do an insight check.
Oh, nice. Okay, that's not bad. 22.
22. Ooh, she rolled low. You like kind of like vibe out Hagatha. She seems to be making like very light of this situation. Not in the way of like she's afraid she got caught. It's more in the like she's trying not to show that she like how much she cares about y'all's like well-being and
Aww.
like future.
Damn.
You get the impression that it was more about like keeping tabs on y'all
Mm-hmm.
than it was about like actually trying to spy.
Aw.
It's
Well,
like
I guess.
if we're gonna have it anyway, maybe we could make it something functional or cute
that is
Yeah.
marvelous.
that
Let
the
me-
others would know is a tracker.
Do you have anything in mind? You know,
She kind of looks at Febra. Maybe like a hat. Do you want a hat?
I suppose I could.
Like a little
Have a hat.
one of the sideways ones,
Yeah.
like a little beret. That'd be
a
cute.
beret.
a
Well,
beret.
I don't know
Yeah,
if
with
I'd
a
go
feather.
We'll put a little pin in the beret with a feather.
Maybe-
Ah,
Ooh.
a
He's
brooch?
like, maybe not. And both the girls are like, yes,
Let's
yes.
maybe let's
Okay,
find
we-
something that works with the goggles.
Agatha like pulls out a shelf, and there's just like a row of hats. She pulled this out from just like a plank of wood. This shelf shouldn't exist with the dimensions of this establishment. But there are like dozens of different styles. You've got a couple of just like flat round hats. You've got some baseball hats. You've got cowboy hats. You've got like newspaper and beret. I think there's like a top hat or two. There's some like hard hat helmets. So what were we thinking?
Well, I suppose if I get to choose any design for it, I am. I think he's gonna pick out. I don't know the name for the style of it, but
Mhm.
you know, fitting with my brand. The like the wing kind of winged hat. In Bloodborne.
Like
I'll find a picture of
tricorn?
it. It's
I don't-
is it a tricorn?
Is it?
Doesn't sound like it, but I guess I don't know.
Yeah, it's got a point and it
That's-
comes back. It's
Yeah,
essentially it
it's
looks
like
like
a
a
point.
tricorn.
it looks
Oh.
like a pirate hat that has been like
That's
tapered
been, like,
in.
flayed
it's-
and like
Oh, okay.
flayed in the back.
Yep, it's a type
I'll
of
send a picture of
tricorn.
it.
Okay.
I researched millinery for too long. It was quite a fixation.
Marvelous. Yeah, so Hagatha will take the little like translucent sheet, who will crush it down and it turns into like a little like brooch. And she'll stick it into like the side of the hat. Just so I know that you are always being safe.
Well, we appreciate it.
Mm,
Of course.
Cool.
I see. It's a tricorn that they like ripped the back off.
Yeah, that's
of.
like
Mhm.
flayed out the back.
I see you, Aaron.
Yeah, so you have a surveillance cap.
A surveillance, very cute.
Alrighty.
I won't linger on our scene any longer.
Yeah,
You're good.
I will keep it as a treasured gift.
As you should. Any other little things before bedtime?
I mean, we don't have to act out the scene because it doesn't need to be a scene. But Zephyr and Brad working on if his iPod can do anything.
You work with Brad. You end up coming to the conclusion that your programming is going to do more than like anything in your pod can do. Your pod is essentially your focus for your spell casting and such.
I just meant like the selfie mode, as where it like floats.
Oh, I think
like,
he
flavor
gets
things.
he would get the video app downloaded and get some modifications for your front and back camera so that the pixel quality is better.
Nice.
And there is a okay, I'm gonna act this part out, but so like there's this like function. I don't know if you'd be like interested in doing it, but it's called like, and I don't like want to make assumptions, but we've been like traveling around for a while, and like I feel like we have like a special connection, you know. So there's like a little app that's like Find My Compatriots, and I was just like wondering if you wanted to like share locations on that, so that like, you know, so we can like keep tabs on each other and like, you know, like figure out where like we're gonna be and everything.
That's
you
not
know?
bad. Yeah, and if we ever get split up, then like we put a bard with each member with like each group of the party, and then we know where the other group. That's so smart.
Yeah, and look, we can like ping each other with the app and everything. It's super convenient.
Oh yeah, I'm down.
Oh yeah, sweet, yeah.
Yeah.
I love that Zephyr and Brad became friends faster than Zephyr and Octavia.
They're
Are we
friends.
surprised?
She just doesn't
No.
say it.
Yeah.
You know, Octavia doesn't want to admit it.
I was gonna say,
never.
Octavia and Zephyr have been friends for a while.
For a really
No
long
one
time.
has banter like that unless you're close. But they
Yeah.
wouldn't have said anything friendly until recently.
No, that's true.
You have to want to get along with that person to have the banter that the two of
Right.
them have.
Absolutely. It
But
just
yeah,
sucks that Octavia's better at it.
Yeah. I think she's smarter with it than Zephyr is, and he just doesn't know how to compete.
That was me teasing you. It's because we're friends.
Oh,
yeah,
perfect.
that sounds perfect from Octavia to Zephyr. Zephyr's like, yeah, that's right. Like, you are better.
No, I love that Zephyr, just his mind doesn't think that way. It's like, oh man, I can only be nice. Like that's what
I
I'm
can't think
good
of
at.
something mean to say back. And then he called her petty thief, and she was like, "No, fuck you." Like,
That's
And then
that's
he
a
just shut
cut.
down because he was like, "Did I say something mean? Oh shit! Do I need to apologize?"
yep. I think she just spends most of her night working with. She's trying not to get in the way because she doesn't really know how to help him.
Mhm.
But yeah, we don't have to. We can go back to that.
Yeah,
Next
we're gonna have to do
Flashbacks.
some flashbacks with Al stuff.
Absolutely.
But yeah, Brad shares his location on Find My Compatriots.
So
I think that's probably also like a good part in the conversation. He's like, Brad is gonna talk with you, Zephyr, and be like, hey, like, I feel like I need to like talk to y'all. And like we've connected pretty well, so I feel like it's a good like a starting point, and you can help me like
Yeah.
figure out how to tell this to the rest of the group.
What's good?
You know, like y'all are so cool and like so awesome and like really, really powerful. And like I'm like so grateful for like y'all like unpetrifying me and stuff and everything. But And, you know, like, I really, really wanted to, like, capture all of those, like, really powerful moments that y'all are gonna have with the gods and stuff. But no, I just don't think that's, like, my path right now. I mean, I feel like I've brought y'all pretty far, and like I've got a good documentation of like the how we got here. But like maybe you take some videos and stuff for me and like send it back. I guess what I'm trying to say, I think I'm gonna stay here.
I can't believe he's breaking up with us.
Are you breaking up with us?
I mean, no, like I'm not like breaking up or like anything
you,
like
it's
that.
me.
But like,
we're just taking a break.
like I gotta be like smart about it, and like
I gotta go my own way.
I gotta go my own way.
What about us? What about everything we've been through? No.
But like I'm just like not as powerful as like all of you, and I don't want to be like a hindrance at all. And like I know that y'all are all too nice to tell me if I was going to be. So I think I'm gonna stay here and like help like Feloy like figure everything out. Yeah, I just don't like. I don't want to like disappoint anyone in the group because like I know we're all like pretty tight and everything, but I just don't want anyone to miss me too much, you know?
You gotta do you, I get it. But you, contrary to what I would have said maybe like
20 minutes
a
ago.
week or two ago, but you will be missed.
Oh, thanks, man. That like really means
Plus,
a lot.
honestly, it's probably a good idea that you stay, just so that way, like, one, now that we have the share location, I have a feeling that Darren's probably gonna stay and making sure that Feloy's, so that like if you guys are, if something happens, you can like keep us updated.
Yeah, like Darren's actually been like pretty cool and like welcoming and stuff. You know, he seems pretty busy, but yeah, we've been like chatting here and there.
Well, I just mean like, if hypothetically we ran into another cult that in an attempt to dissuade us from rushing at them and cause us to panic would then send assassins to the people that we care about, assuming that were to hypothetically happen, we could like be in touch, and that way no one has to give up their warlock patron focus thing or drown in water for a really long time.
Yeah, I'll be like your point of contact, you know? Like
Yeah, you'll be the guy on a chair.
Beautiful.
Is you know the old saying?
No, I don't. I don't think so.
Oh. Okay, you know it's probably after your time.
Uh-huh.
But we have a saying of like when someone is the like support but isn't like in the fight, they're the guy in the chair, you know? So you'd be like our guy in the chair, you keep tabs on the grow for us and be our communication.
Is that like a sport metaphor? I was never really
I
like
don't think
I wasn't
so.
like a
Yeah, I was
sports
never
guy.
a big sports guy.
But like I think it's
But-
we're talking about. Yeah,
it's
yeah.
it's like a novel thing. It's in a lot of novels and plays.
Gotcha. Yeah, like that like theatery stuff.
Yeah, there was this one about this guy that got like the ability to always have the gauntlets or the slippers of spider climbing on, and his like friend who didn't have the slippers of spider climbing was like the guy in the chair and like helped him.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, you get what I'm Such a dumb joke. If anyone could actually like get what I was trying to say out of that, respect. But
There's just an ever-ending
It's just,
trail of like, yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember Boots of Spider Climbing Man.
Thank
favorite
you,
guy.
Connor. I was trying to wrap it, like bring it all home, and I just couldn't think.
Well, fantastic. Julia,
Please.
not Julia, Octavia. Excuse me. Why am I
I
losing
answered
Who's
the
Julia? What?
You girl could not know.
Octavia, Winnie, anything specific that y'all are doing tonight, this evening?
Mm-mm.
I think Octavia just helps Al and avoids Alessander for a hot second because she's a little embarrassed that she kind of fell into a very similar thing that he did. Yeah, that's about it.
The whole giving up your bones thing.
Yeah, no, she's like, I didn't think it would be a problem. He just kind of did it, and I was sure. It was very nice in the way he asked. I don't know.
But yeah, Winnie's probably not doing very much. She's probably spending time with her brother and with Axel, and just kind of like talking with them, and then goes to bed early. To be honest.
Yeah, I think a lot of them went early, probably.
Fantastic. So question for y'all. Who's got the shards?
Oh no.
Tommy's got one. Febron's
I
got
have
one.
That's a great question.
I think I still have one.
But yeah.
Doesn't Al have the construct?
I don't know.
Unless he gave it to someone else at some point.
Unless he gave it to
really
Feloy.
wanted the construct shard for a little bit at least.
Yeah, maybe Feloy has it. Because Al doesn't want to hold any shard for any amount of time.
So I'll give it to someone when they leave, but I'll say just that, like, just to indulge his like reminiscence.
Okay. Yeah. So as the night falls and as people fall into deep, restful slumbers, the shard bearers among you all wake up. You sit on a cliffside overlooking a beautiful lake with multicolored trees surrounding it. The water itself has a ever-changing shimmer to it. The sky above you is slowly morphing between shades of like blue and orange, kind of like transitioning from a sunset back to midday. At the pace of like you look away and you notice it. There is a very beautiful white painted metal like tea table with a umbrella over it, and the four of you are all sat at this table together as the wind blows sweetly, changing between scents of baked goods and fresh flowers. And you all kind of find yourself sitting in this space as almost if you were like mid sip of tea. Some of you have like a little like baguette in one hand. Bruschetta is on the table.
Oh, nice.
Zephyr eating a whole loaf of bread.
Listen,
They haven't even brought out the
Listen,
food
not
yet,
even-
Zephyr. Stop
Not even
yourself.
from the table, just pulls it out from underneath
Yes,
it.
from under the table.
Wouldn't that be wild if I had one on me right now?
I wouldn't put it past you.
I wouldn't doubt
I
it.
don't, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Um,
Do we look the same as we did when Rutha controlled the dream?
Like, are we nice dressed or?
I would say you're not like finely tightly dressed. This is like nice spring gathering. You're not timely. This is like your stereotypical like Easter Sunday attire. So we're talking like pastels, khakis, light spring colors. I should mention that there is a sun blazing in the sky. So the entire landscape is
Out there.
My eyes
bright.
hurt.
Um
Oh.
God, the sun.
Zephyr throws his hands up. Damn it, not again!
Philo, I thought you had control over these now with the shard. Why?
I will say
Here.
Axel is also there.
Whoop. Oh,
What's-
Axel's like, what's going on?
That's
you don't-
more
You
concerning.
don't have a shot.
You don't.
do
Yeah.
Like one of those like shardy things that like the rest of y'all have?
You don't. You
Yes.
don't have one of these, and
No.
probably to the necklaces. I'm guessing
Mhm.
they're still. Yeah.
I would say
Oh.
in this case, like the shards are almost like floating over your shoulder.
Oh, interesting.
No.
It's like not like that.
No.
Okay. Strange.
But as you look at Axel, he's got like these like red horns that stick out. It's like starts at like a deep red but tapers off into a very, very light pink where it connects with this halo at the top.
Axel, I hate to like alarm you, but you've got a little something in your hair.
What?
No, love. Like
It's.
He like runs his hand through his hair and they kind of like phase in and out of reality.
oh, interesting. It's
Hmm.
like a
Here, hold on.
projection.
Do I
I know
have
what
my
it is.
phone on me?
You do have your phone on you.
I pull out my phone and I. Is it on the floor? Oh, it fell. I pull out my phone and I turn on the camera and I flash it in the selfie mode and show Axel.
Cool. Cool.
So yeah, the last time we were all brought together in a similar manner happened to be when Rutha had controlled the shards. I can't help but wonder who would think to bring us together here
I have
with
I like
some
it.
Axel.
working theories.
Only guess that since Axel's here, this is more of a divinity meeting, or closest to such. Which means it could be both.
Hmm. Exciting. She does not look excited.
It's just kind of like
So why
I don't know.
are these colors bright? Ugh.
I feel like Winnie should be here. Like I know she's not divinity anymore, but like
Well, therein
believe
lies the
That's
point.
Probably exactly why she's not here.
well, I just mean like if Axel's here, kind of like family. But
I guess we should just wait and see what our mutual benefactor, because their surroundings, has to say.
Y'all look around briefly, and I should mention it's gorgeous. Like thoughts about like bright light aside, the colors, the scents, everything are just stunning. More vivid and real than like anything that you've experienced thus far. And as you kind of begin to look around, back towards the like more inland part of this cliffside, you hear laughter, like a small kid laughing as they're playing.
Can I get up and go investigate?
Mhm.
Cool. I will do so.
You kind of start to like walk through the grass over in that direction as you begin to see a ever expanding field of wildflowers. The petals just kind of holding briefly in the air before like shifting and swirling. And you have to blink a couple of times and you kind of rub your eyes because it is difficult to look at this figure. But you see a small humanoid creature, as far as you can tell, like no taller than Axel was when you first met him, but is entirely made of white light. Just frolicking through this field of flowers. And they have no face, they have no mouth. It's just this like orb of light that is their head. As they run and shift, seeming to teleport from spot to spot.
Hello?
That like head immediately shifts. And you blink, and this figure is right in front of you.
Oh my.
You
Hello?
hear in your head, "Are you here to play with me?"
Perhaps? Where is here?
Everywhere.
Octavia kind of just like, I'm too tired for this shit.
I can't go another restless night.
Yeah, literally. She's like,
Feloy is going after Octavia probably.
yeah, it's just
Yeah, I
like,
feel like we all are.
Probably like catching up at this point, seeing that she's like, oh no.
yeah, yes. What would you like to play?
Oh, I want to play catch, and then I want to play imagination, and then I want to play war, and I want to play
Famine.
family.
Famine! Famine or family? Wow, it's really.
I want to
Like,
play pestilence.
As much as one of
I'm
those things
sure
do not belong.
we have time for some of those things.
Oh,
Sorry.
yes, so much time.
We all just kind of woke up here.
What?
Oh, I've been asleep for quite a while, so this is really fun.
Really
Come
bad.
play with me.
I see what's happening here.
Yeah.
Do you have a name?
I don't know. That's not really important right now. Do you want to play?
Do you?
I will also play.
Amazing.
Do you by chance recognize me? Have we talked before?
I think I've played with a couple of you before.
Oh.
We should play family. This like figure points to Lily. You're the mama. Points to Februm. You're the dad.
To who?
Wait.
Well, she's.
Is it?
Oh,
She's.
I
she's not
forgot
here.
Lily's not
You
here.
did
So
talk
sorry.
to her before.
Well, I think he goes like, you can play the dad because mom's not here.
Axel?
points to Axel is like, so you're the sibling, and the rest of you can play
Whoever you
um,
want.
whoever you want, because you don't have roles yet.
Okay, now I'm lost.
Of course.
Well, if we're playing fam, I would like to consider myself an auntie.
I was
Ah!
gonna say the cool uncle.
No.
Aunt
Perfect.
and uncle, fantastic. That's your roles now.
Joy.
Lovely.
They both stand next to each other like, ugh.
So the aunt is kind of annoyed about the uncle. Understood.
No, I wouldn't say annoyed.
So aunts are annoyed about uncles, but not necessarily annoyed. Understood.
Makes sense.
Makes sense.
Do you
This,
mind explaining it to me then? Because now I'm a little lost.
And dads want to play. Why isn't mom
Yes.
here?
She's
resting.
she's just away right now.
So
we
our
can
mom's always
certainly-
away?
Not necessarily.
For some of us.
I was gonna say it depends who you are, but
Literally, Octavia and Zephyr are like,
Well, some families have different responsibilities from one another.
So families are different. They're not
each
all
one
the
is a little
same.
bit different, yes.
Hey.
But we can be sure to have Mother here next time.
Amazing. And what do you do? They look to Feloy.
Oh,
I can be some kind of attendant, perhaps?
Are you the butler?
If that is the manner of attendant you wish me to be.
Amazing. We should all play.
hey, you said that your name that you don't really remember it, and that it's not super important. Is there anything that you'd like to be called? Any way that we could, just that way we could address you a little bit easier.
I don't know. You can kind of call me whatever you want.
You don't have a preference?
No, not really. Where should we play? This field is really nice, but like, what about this? And they like swipe their hand, and the entire dream like shifts into like a sulfur-filled swamp where there is like destruction and decay all over the place. This could be really fun. A lot of interesting smells.
Yeah. Doesn't seem like a setting for a family,
right.
but if that's what
Young-
you want.
Young master, places like these are traditionally very dangerous.
Oh, so scary place.
You need not be afraid, but you should be careful in places like this.
So what kind of
Perhaps
place?
we should go somewhere safer.
What do you think, Butler? What places are safe?
Perhaps a beach or something?
Marvelous.
Beach 2!
Beach
Yeah!
party!
That's what we're renaming this episode.
They wipe their hand again, and you are on an ocean beach this time. Like, we're talking like big cresting waves, gulls flying through the air. I think I remembered that this is what a beach looks like.
I've never seen so much water.
it's moving.
It's a very nice depiction of one.
So now what do we do?
Well, I suppose a family needs a house.
Right. Do we do a big house or a small house or like a medium-sized house?
No more than you'd need, I guess. Medium?
A house with a live studio audience.
Perhaps a little bit of room for company.
Yes.
Understood. They like whip their hand back and you watch in like I'm trying to find a reference, but like when you see like every plank of wood is like laid in quick time as like the house is constructed from the ground up.
Is it like the Rise of Kingdoms ads?
I think that's what I'm thinking of.
Does this kid have over 500 power?
No, stop.
But yeah, they like make they make this house. Like I'm gonna go explore, and they kind of like run off into the house.
Wow, that's one full house.
Axel's in the back of the room. Is like, is that what I was like?
A little
not
more
particularly.
energetic. You were a bit toned down.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
You were about
You
that
had a-
size.
You had a general understanding of things, whereas I feel like we're having to explain everything.
You also had a face and weren't made of light.
It is a little concerning.
Well,
Yeah, I
this
feel
is
like
a-
that's something that we overlooked.
Do you suppose this is the entity in the shards?
This is. Yes, I do believe this would be the full combination of the shards, the original god.
So then how are
But
we
why does
speaking?
it look like Axel?
Well,
I mean,
it's been gone for quite a long time. We don't know what it has or hasn't perceived in its time away. It's very possible that it's being slowly reborn and could be shapen.
Axel, are you God?
What?
And like, I
What?
don't know. Part of me's just like,
Hoping
what if
so.
this
Nice
is
going.
you and you're like, not fully
Octavia
awake
looks
or
at
something?
Zephyr. No.
I'm grasping at straws here.
Obviously.
I thought it was the personified form of the devouring for like the majority of that interaction, Octavia.
No.
No!
No.
It's literally made of twilight. What did
Okay.
How?
There was a big ball of fire in the sky in that first
Yes,
area, so I
the
was like,
sun.
Oh,
okay,
We've been
Zephyr, that's
told
the
This
sun.
before.
We've gone over this. That's the sun.
yeah.
Like, to be
So,
perfectly honest, like,
Sun, Blazadin, devour it. There's a connection here. I was wrong. I'll admit that, but like, you can see where I was coming from.
I mean, to be perfectly honest, like this is a little extreme, but like this isn't far off from what the old world looked like.
Hmm.
Only Brad
What
was
they
there.
remember.
Now he's wanting Brad to be there.
Only Brad were here.
Was there a sun before there was Blazadin?
I imagine he must have taken the godhood from someone else, right?
Well,
Well, at some point, this entity distributed its powers, but it doesn't
Mhm.
seem like it is itself the sun or other godly entities.
I mean, from what I understand, all the gods that we know about today were human at one point, and I don't believe that they like took the godhood from anyone. They kind of, like modified themselves into it, and like God was more of a like power level statement than it was like a divine entity. It's only like this current phase of the world that really views the gods as like
Divinity.
gods. Yeah.
So
It
perhaps
makes me
there was
wonder.
a sun, but it was not until there was a sun god that they had the power to change anything.
Do you
Kind of what
suppose?
I
Could be.
Julie, here you go.
Do you suppose I have any sort of memory of how they became split? I mean, we've seen Zephyr proposed, retention for violence. 'Cause one of the things that they wanted to play was war. Do you think maybe a war split them apart?
It's possible. I mean, it had to have been one entity at some point. I guess we don't exactly know what before the old world, I guess. What would have occurred to have them split up?
There are a number of things, but generally speaking, it could have been external or internally caused. It is possible that these eclectic and varied interests could have been at odds with each other and it split itself voluntarily to explore them.
It does seem really curious.
Well, then we had best teach it the right things.
Yeah, if we want to leave that option open of bringing them back, we should probably raise him appropriately as a family.
As a kid, eh? Well, Axel turned out pretty okay, I think.
Yeah, you and Lily did a good job with him. What's one more kid?
Hold on. I feel like you've never really gotten over that, Zephyr.
At this point, it's just an ongoing bit. But
I still find it strange that it has taken on Axel's identity, but perhaps
wait, so
we'll
does
learn
it
more
look
about that in
does it
Well,
time.
look
is it?
beat for
It's the
beat
s-
like Axel, or is
It was
just
the
like
size of Axel, right? It's not
child
necessarily like.
It identified you as its father and presumably Lilibet as its mother.
Well,
With
I
Axel
believe that's
specifically.
because we were the first to come in contact with them. I suppose that was before we came
But it
across
didn't
the grove, but
recognize. Oh, sorry.
when we were leaving the terrible with names, Octavia's home,
Like,
the lake folk, when we were leaving
the floor.
right, me and Lily tried to commune with the entity with the 2 shards that we had already acquired. So up to this point,
That did not go bad, or that did not go well.
it didn't go great, but we did
No.
get some information.
Distinctly remember being flung like quite a few feet.
That, yes.
And the beam being
But-
fired up into the sky.
Considering we're the only 2 people that they've interacted with up to this point, it's probably what led him to that conclusion.
But
That's
Octavia and
crazy.
I used the shards. Is that not considered communing with them?
Well, but in terms of a family structure, they got to experience Februm
That's
and
fair.
Lily as a unit versus us, who are just outliers. Especially if they're learning what family is, they wouldn't know where to place us. So, Well, we've spent enough time talking out here, and I suppose we should go figure out what they're doing inside, perhaps?
Probably shouldn't let them wait too long.
Yes. After you, father. I'm never going to say that ever again. I quite hated that, actually.
Yeah.
Well, you.
I didn't.
First of all,
like
you're the
hearing
aunt,
that.
so you're, if anything, my sibling.
True. Brother dearest, would you please go open the door?
I'm gonna say
So
I'm
Zephyr,
Lily's
so Zephyr
sibling
is
then.
the in-law.
I'm the in-law. I'll be on the other side.
Yeah.
I'm the Uncle Jesse.
I think
That
they
was
couldn't
another
be
play I
both
saw.
related. Like, you
tavern.
could be all the same side of the family. I do think that Octavia and Zephyr make more sense as siblings than they do, like, as a married couple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, thank you.
Oh, I didn't
Yeah,
know if
no.
you were indulging that joke or not.
No, thank you.
I was actually kind of hoping no one would bring it up.
Yeah,
but-
me too. Really hoping that nobody would say anything because I think I would kill him probably.
Wait, what did I say?
Opposite sides of the family. Let's leave it at that.
Either that or siblings.
Well, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gives him a
Yeah.
noogie for good measure as she passes him.
Ow.
So, not to act all of it out, but, what? How are y'all behaving? And what, if any, lessons would you like to impart, while you're having this interaction with this entity?
Oh boy!
Oh.
I'm not gonna start because Feloy would play off of other people.
You know,
I keep going back to this. Oh, gone. I'm sorry.
no, you're good. You go first.
I keep going back to this reference, but I think Zephyr would be some kind of like blend. Well, probably more so Joey, but he would be Joey from Full House. That's the uncle vibe that Zephyr would go with. Like,
Reference
Nice
is a little
humor.
lost on me, but
Yeah,
Oh,
same.
Wow.
so I was a big Full House kid. I spent a lot of like my childhood watching it, but Joey was essentially like the comic relief, the goofy one.
He's
that,
literally a comedian.
yeah,
Yeah.
he's a comedian. And the messages, I'm a little blurry. So if any Full House fans are watching this and I'm wrong, don't come after me. But his like a lot of his messages were like more based were the things that he ended up teaching the kids. Like kindness and empathy and that was like his messages.
yeah.
I think I think one of the main things that Febrim's going to be watching out for how he's acting around them, obviously, like respectful, but he is going to treat him like his kid, but he's not going to talk to him like a kid. He's not going to like, I guess, talk down to him. He's going to try to avoid that as much as he can.
Yeah. I don't think Octavia changes herself so that she acts or behaves differently. She's sarcastic. She is Zephyr can get into it. But at the end of the thing that she does teach in a matter of words is the concept of like loyalty and like I can mess with you, but at the end of the day, if you need me, I am there no matter what. And also I think the concept of boundaries too. Like if they're goofing off doing something that she doesn't want to participate in, she's like, no thank you. I'm quite content where I am, but I will watch from a distance and I will retrieve you if you end up getting hurt, because that is what I do, you know, that kind of thing. And just kind of like a loyal observer.
Yeah.
I think with that, Feloy, well, it's two main things. He's going to kind of direct their attention to the people that they are interacting with. Like, listen to them, learn about them, understand them, understand yourself, but understand others too. Connect with them. And then, this isn't as big of a lesson, I guess, but I'm sure the question would come up like, hey, why are you a servant, for lack of a better word? And he's going to be like, you should not expect people to serve you, but sometimes people want to help others.
Mm-hmm.
Big difference. I'm doing this voluntarily. I am helping. I am not honor bound to serve you, and you should not expect that.
I feel like, as a side point, with Feloy being like tender of the grove and everything, with all of its different creatures and stuff like that, he'd probably, I imagine, would also like teach him about different creatures of the world and like how to care for them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Just
I
the
think that goes hand
general
in hand.
nurture
Yeah.
of life.
Mhm.
Learn about people, learn about creatures, plants. Learn about other things so that you can understand it.
To know when you're going too far. That's when Octavia stepped.
Yeah.
Yeah. Time flies by faster than you would ever imagine. It simultaneously feels like you've been in this space for seconds and days at the same time. It is kind of ever jumping from one thing to the next. And before you know it, it is morning. And you were waking up as if from a lucid dream. Kind of like, like a little groggy. But like that rush of being well rested kind of like fills in after that first like 30 minutes being active.
Okay,
I think
good.
it's more
Thank God.
disorienting.
Yeah.
It's one of those dreams where it's like you spent so much time in there that you have to adjust to your regular life.
It's like the second you wake up, you almost feel like you've gone into another dream, and you have to like orient yourself in this space. For Octavia specifically, I'm sure like Alexander like rolls over and his arm just like flaps over you
It's like that.
as he like feels you stir. He like cuddles up close to you.
Yeah.
But yeah, like it is kind of surreal to be back in this world after feeling like you've spent significant amounts of time in this other existence. But it is the morning, and the new day is yours.
Zephyr's gonna go up to Winnie and hug her and just be like, oh my god, thank god we're back.
Oh my gosh. I kind of want to do the callback to
Thank
like
god we
Lily
didn't get
standing
renewed for
above-
another season.
Lily standing above Februm.
Yeah.
Hi,
Yes.
yes.
I think
Except she's kind of just got her head leaned into one hand, like you're pretty sweaty.
Yeah!
Sweet dreams.
he's gonna wake up, kind of like readjust and everything, and then he's just going to probably notice Lily staring at him, and just kind of smile,
Aw, they're so cute. I can't.
Yeah, she smiles warmly.
like oh, I've missed this kind of thing, and he kind of like snaps back and he's like, we need to get you a shard.
Okay.
We should probably, for now, at least tomorrow night, have the construct shard, and he'll kind of relay what happened overnight.
Mhm.
Meanwhile, Zephyr's like, I'm so glad we're back. He's like all
so
snotty, and
glad.
when he's like,
Did
What the
someone
fuck?
take this from me? I don't want to do that again.
he's like, what is happening?
Shard,
Take it from my hands.
Multiple seasons, character arcs.
It
Cast
really is.
characters.
It really is big Full House energy because it's like 3 parents for these children.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But only one of them is the actual parent.
Yeah.
I think
And the way that you described Octavia is very like Uncle Jesse energy.
Oh, yeah.
no.
Oh yeah.
They share the role. Yeah, I think Octavia kind of like once Alessandra's awake, she's just like been staring at the ceiling this entire time. She's like,
Mm.
I probably have kids.
I'm sorry, what? Good morning to you too.
Sorry, I don't think it would be a terrible mother.
Can I hear Octavia say, "Have mercy"?
Like right now.
Yeah.
At some point. Sprinkle it in
Okay.
there.
I'll put that in the
Just-
back of my brain, just for you.
Keep it in the barrel.
Yeah.
Keep
Uh,
it.
Alexander's like
Oh,
sits up now and he's like, oh, I'm up. Is
Sorry.
okay, just timeline on this thing.
Oh, long ways out. But I just
All right.
had a very strange dream, and I don't. You know, for a long time, I wondered how some kid without parents could, you know, how could you take care of a child if you didn't really have yours for that long? Kind of think
I mean, if-
maybe.
What was that? You cut out a little bit.
I kind of think maybe I could.
I think you'd make a fantastic mother.
Well, I'd hope so. I'd hope that you would think that.
And hey, you know, 2 people without parents, I'm sure, make the best parents.
Oh, I'm positive. You know, all the things that we wish we could have gotten for far longer.
And if you want to look at it this way, there's no way we could have done worse.
There's no rubric. Oh, that's really funny.
It only goes in improvements from here.
Absolutely. No going back, only going forward. We can't mess up that bad, right? Right.
I'm sure not. No.
No.
I mean, like,
We'd be so fun.
is it really that much more difficult than robbing somebody in the shadow?
No, it really is not. You fail once and then you learn like immediately after.
Oh, of course. And like, small mistakes here and there, we can course correct.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, there's infinite number of plans to be had, and with my natural affinity for doing things correctly,
We'll figure it
Thank you.
out, I'm sure.
I think we've got something there. All right, I need to get up. I feel like I ran through the woods for hours, actually.
Back to bed, please. Please.
I have to check on the thing and do the.
10 more
Don't-
minutes. Tavi.
10 more minutes. But that's that, because I have to get up.
Sure.
Wholesome.
Oh, Winnie, by the way, you're an ant now.
hell are you talking about? You just cried for 10 minutes into my arm, and now all of a sudden I'm an ant.
Uh,
What's happening?
Okay, let me rephrase that. You're an aunt to a small glowing child of light.
Not help!
Wouldn't be the first time.
Wouldn't be the first time, won't be the last, but what the hell are you talking
I
about?
think Februm and Lily had another kid that's not Axel.
They
Like
never
this
had
one's
a-
for I think this one's for realsies, is what I'm saying.
I
It's
suppose
legit.
technically
Like-
this time, in a sense.
And then Zephyr just starts explaining, and he goes, and then the little ball of light was like, you're going to be an aunt and uncle to me and Octavia, and we had to very quickly be like, okay, who's on whose side of the family? And then we had what felt like a multi-act play that almost got renewed for another act.
So, basically, you met the god that's all the shards, who is a child.
See, I'm still on the fence about that, but they seem to be really adamant that that's who they are. So I'm
What
gonna
you
roll
think?
with
You
it.
think it's their? You think it's Lily and Februm's like future kid or something?
I didn't even think about that. That's a whole
That's even
nother.
crazier.
That's a wild implication.
The implications of that are wild. If anyone's kid would time travel, it would be theirs.
Well, no, hold on.
I suppose that's fair.
Sam is calling out Dan like, wait a minute.
No.
I think you're the
Our
one
kid
that
with
having
dementia
time
hop.
traveling kid.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah.
Our kid with dementia hop, probably.
So, what is that? What? How? What does that mean?
I-
For
I don't know. It
Oh.
made us play house for a long time.
okay.
I feel like Februm and Octavia might be able to understand it a little more than I, but I'm just glad
Okay.
to be back.
Well, you know what? I'm glad you're back too. Still don't really understand everything that's going on, but I'm glad you're here and not playing
Here,
house.
next time we sleep, you can meet him.
What?
Answer the shard. You take it.
I don't want it anymore. Stop the world, I want to get off.
Probably needs more lessons anyway from different sources.
What? Huh?
Let's I'm gonna go start making breakfast.
Okay.
Brad, are you up?
Bruh.
No, I'm gonna text Brad and be like, you up?
Hey,
You up? Oh my god.
Oh my goodness.
He's gonna text Brad and be like, hey, can you help me make breakfast? Last time it didn't
What?
turn out so good.
Said you were.
Last time it was only charismatic.
Yeah. Anyone got anything else they want to do in the morning? Because pending some owl things here and there, I do think that this is where we're gonna end for tonight. And we're probably gonna pick up already on the road. We'll do some quick goodbyes with everyone, but I think next episode we'll do some owl stuff, and then we're gonna go right on the road.
We gotta
get
go.
everything settled that way.
And then I
But
guess we'll add that
Ooh.
Feloy, right after he gets up, is like hard at work redesigning every part of the grove.
He's just
Not that it
on
was bad, but he's just like adding things, augmenting.
you've had requests from different animals and different inhabitants for like years at this point.
I think Crookton just didn't have time for it, and she's
Oh.
like too spaced out to really pay attention to it. So he's finally like, I can finally do those things. So yeah, I'll be doing that forever, basically, because it will take a very long time.
Feloy gets started on the project of redesigning a potentially indefinite space. So that'll keep him busy for a while. But with that, thank you all for joining us tonight. It's a lot of talking, a lot of like wrapping things up here and there. A little sneak peek at a new entity. But yeah, thank you all so much for joining us. Julia?
Hi, drink water. If you're running through Infinite Grove and need sustenance, water is a really great thing. In fact, everyone should have it. I finished mine. Very proud of myself. Show me. Give yourself a little pat in the back if you finish your water. No brand products, please. Yes, very good. Very good. I'm very proud
I'm
of you.
sorry,
Covers mine. Covers mine.
Aaron.
It's a little berry on top
Why?
of it.
Is that what you're drinking out of regular? Jesus Christ.
It's
Absolutely. Gotta get
That
your
is-
daily intake.
He
Oh
does
my
it every
God.
week.
my gallon water bottle is around here somewhere. But yes, it's a lot. But you should drink
That
water
sounds
because it's
nutty.
good for you and it makes you feel good.
Mm-hmm. Dane, anything from you?
Next session it'll be the day after, but it will mark the 3-year anniversary of Dungeons and Death Saves.
I can't believe it's been that long. Holy
I
crap.
know.
I just had a realization. I don't think tweak.
Oh,
So the next session after
Next
that will
session
be
after
the big
that.
celebration. But April 10th will be the anniversary of us
what if
going
we
in the
did
year
that?
4 with
Wow.
a fire. So very
Fire and
excited to
passion.
see what comes into the final act of this campaign and what we do afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of things.
Well, anyway, exciting things for the future. We've been here longer than I think is like, thinking back on it, like we've been doing this for a while.
Yeah. We weren't allowed to go outside without like face.
Cover.
Yeah, we've been doing this
Yeah.
since fucking COVID.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Damn. Anyway,
That's
the
crazy.
places you'll go, and the places you'll
Just quote Dr.
explore,
Seuss.
just a little bit,
Alright.
you know.
Yeah,
We'll get
it's good.
emotional next session
Anyway,
during the actual celebration.
thank you all so much for joining us, for watching, even just a little part of each of our episodes. Greatly appreciate it. And thanks for stopping in and seeing parts of our journey. But with that, hope you had a fantastic time. I know I did. I hope my players did as well. And
Always.
we'll see you next time.
Yes.
Have a good night, everyone.